Starting the stream. Alright. Okay. I think everything's going on right. Let's see. Streaming setting up. Frame rate is looking fine. Right. I believe we are good to go. Happy to see everyone today. Wow, it has been a while since we've been on Final Fantasy XIV. But what can I say? It's good to be back. It's good to be back. We're still diving into the past notes and seeing the aftermath of the Realm Reborn. Where we last left off, I think, so far in the storyline, we've crushed Ramu, we've gotten rid of Leviathan, we have faced King Mogul the 12th, and now we're dealing with the creation of the Scion's Free Company with the Crystal Braves. However, it appears we have a Garlean spy in our midst, and that's what we are doing today. We have to figure out who exactly is working against us within this new company and betraying us. So, without further ado, I believe it's time we should just get along with our quests then. As always, if for those of you who might not be here and not being able to see what catching up on what we've been up to, the VODs are here if you want to check up on the past streams. That being said, I believe the only thing we have to do is get right into the storyline. Coming to terms. We have been blessed with the rare opportunity. We, Felix, an audience from Ambassador with the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, to Camp Dragonhead. Foregathers, thank you so much for following me on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. It would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Aymeric wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedents should see the wisdom of this plan when you request your permission to accompany me to Curthus. Mayhap you feel to be wasting your talents, which could doubtless put the noble loose. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accompanied with a stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Okay. We get to go to the Holy See. I do know if this means we can go to Ishgard, although that would be really, really nice. I doubt we can go to Ishgard immediately because Ishgard's only in Heavensward. Well, maybe they come to meet us on our own terms. Who am I to say? A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think that's a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of aetheric disturbances of unusual beast activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Why the Holy See of everyone? Why are they getting involved? Antecedent. I take it Felix has explained the situation. He has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? With that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Albathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean Alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the Alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time, their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They rejected every one of our former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to a neighbor's pleas even when calamity loomed large. On the fleets of Cartano, were brave men and women had laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I've tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the Alliance at every opportunity. I've explained over and over again, unless the Eorzeas stand united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall as once fell Alamigo. And what have efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I were ever so naive to think they would come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something to desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed. You may be assured I will expound upon this point and others. Let's depart to Camp Dragonhead. Our old friend Lord Harshfont is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to your cause. If I'm correct, they've been... Okay. Basically, we're dealing with a bunch of people who have stayed isolated for the most part of Eorzea's life. Interesting. Again, I'm concerned as to why, Alphino raised a good point. I'm concerned as to why they're suddenly invested in us. So... all I can say is let's see what happens then, but always keep our guard up. That being said, he's right. We are good friends of Harshfont, so hopefully that won't be a bad thing. Ah, Felix, ever a welcome sight. Our hearts have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold while enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear we shall ever struggle in cold climates. Ah, good Master Alphino. An honor, as always. Likewise, Lord Harshfont, forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we've relied overmuch on your aid since you so genuinely assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense! Any debts incurred in that long since we repaid. Besides, who can say what the future might bring? House Vortems may even seek the aid of our newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloaked helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Amaric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he's eager to meet you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey, and desirous to rest by the warmth of the heart. But if you're willing to forego such comforts, please inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendee. As inviting as your heart sounds, I think it best we proceed to intercessory forthwith. Oh, to the point. Always good to see our friend Harshfont. Now let's see what our House Vortems. Let's see who this Amaric fellow is and more precisely what he wants from us. We have an inspector, you sir. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveillard, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Okay, so that's Emmerich. Well, it's always nice to see a friendly face. He does... Okay, first off, his armor. My goodness, his armor is impressive. I know I have my Dragoon armor, but man, Emmerich's armor is a whole nother deal. Second of all, we can... See, Coco, you say you want to... I wish so badly Emmerich's armor could be one of my female players. Well, joke's on you! That's an excuse for me so I can loot his body and use his armor as mine. You can pat both their heads, yes. So, the current... Okay, so the current situation of Ishgard... They are being... Their forces are extended against the Dravanian threat. And so they either can't stand up front or they can't provide aid to the Eorzea Alliance. But I guess it's different, given how Aymeric said he still personally wishes to help. Okay. But of course, negotiations brought short because we wanted to help fight Phaeton face Iceheart, aka the Edgy Elsa. Let's see, also, Aymeric mentioned Midgardsormr. If I remember correctly, Midgardsormr was killed by the Empire, and I guess Silvertear Falls is where it's near Mordona, which is a giant wreckage we saw of the dragon coiled around that massive structure. Okay, so we watch over Midgardsormr and the Dravanians. I don't think Midgardsormr is a primal, although with how King Mogul the 12th has been summoned, I guess maybe they could turn Midgardsormr into a primal. I'm not quite sure at this point. But yeah, speaking of which, if I could get Aymerich's armor. Ooh boy, that would be nice. Okay, Intercession of Saints. Just when we are starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan you spoke of was bound for revenues to of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more than of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Harshvon and figure out what he has learned. Well, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Time to talk to Harshvon and say, hey, so, what'd you find? My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate? Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized, and as quickly as they appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible defeat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush be our first concern. The trail is at warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Harshvon said, lest critical evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Felix. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Can do. Can do. along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Eh? Lord Harchfront bid you speak with us? Then you must beg your pardon, scion. As you can see, they left ne'er a crate behind. Kept the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came unprepared? Probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. But, pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as a squire receiving care at the observatory could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not his presence amounted to much. Okay. You touch my man and you will catch these hands. Okay, okay, that escalated very, very quickly. Alright, no, that... Fine. Not Aimric then. Now, the real question is, does Harshfront have any legendary gear on him? Okay, so Aimric's legendary loot is off the list, you know? My, RPG notes tell me every character has some unique gear. Right, Aimric I can't touch, but nothing's stopping me from going... From sleight of handing Harshfront's loot, I see. I'll probably take his chainmail, or maybe he has a really cool sword that I could use. Okay, there you are, buddy. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before their entrance into Hall of Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped in the journey further north. Our leader called out to them and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words, and she leaned forward to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I don't know what happened till I saw the snow turn red. And there was red everywhere. I looked, I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came in, the others were dead, and the heretics were unwilling to wagon. They killed me, so I just laid still and listened. Iceheart spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Eh? What? What? Who is this Shiva? Eh? Who is this Shiva? Wait. Shiva. Unfortunately, my knowledge of mythology is limited. I could have sworn I thought Shiva was the what was it? The Hindu god of destruction? Again, maybe my naming's a little bit off. Maybe Shiva is a different thing. They are all under my protection. Not for long term. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems that the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretics speak of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphino? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who laid down with dragons. What? Huh? Okay, the term escapes me. Okay. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know what Ishgardian scripture is so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she's a patron saint? Oh, no, it all makes sense now. Lord Harshfront, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Oh, no. Do you not see? Ishvar and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a primal. Dwellers to go such lengths to steal crystals. I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Harshfront, you agree that discretion is paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I'll need to send word to my brethren Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you. I aspire you would not miss this for the world. None of these I can get. So my guess is Shiva is a Dravanian saint then. Or Dravanian deity. Shiva, I aspire to her level, wild cackling. What? Again, I have no idea. I don't know what that means for a saint to lay down with dragons. I guess she made tease her befriended dragons. So, right. So my theory was correct. It's kind of like summoning a primal. They're using Shiva as a primal. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed little more than useless for us. Heretics were a problem, but a relatively minor one. Just before I discovered the purpose behind the attacks, of course, now they have my undivided attention. After a surprisingly failure situation, I also summoned enough crystal braves to assist. As for you, Felix, join me in Whiteburn front. Shortly after the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandale have redoubled their reconnaissance within the region. It's my hope that they have information which may help us determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillmont should be eager to oblige us. I'll see you there then. Good. Ah yes, our boy Drillmont, the seasoned veteran, who, if I recall, helped us gain access to the Stone Vigil. I guess it would be nice to see him again. Right, onward we go, Quay. To Whiteburn front. Laying down if you take the meeting. But you know what my only response to that is? There we go. That is all. I will not entertain this thought ever again. Right, let's descend upon the... Let's go to the top and go down. Gently now. There we go, Quay. Good burb. Good burb. Hello. The Sons of the Seventh Dawn wish to join the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I have received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all at ears, Lord Drillmont. Oh my goodness, you have a blue sword as well? Dang! I wish I had a blue halberd like that. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large cargo of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, the self-same frozen wall which we speculate might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirm our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning enough crystal braves to wipe in front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such is my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. Until it begins, my friend, I dare say with an all too brief collaboration, Iceheart would not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. They may save the subtler means which can locate the heretic's lair. Maybe Lord Drillmont has one in mind? Yes, yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you'd have us do, pray speak and it shall be done. Ah, so there is our Lady Iceheart. Don't need any of these. Right. Drillmont, what you got? Hey, she succeeded. I salute her and her dragon lover. You know what? I don't want to know how that might work, but I shall not. Okay. If she succeeded, okay. Let's just skip the dragon killing aspect of it then. And the slaughtering aspect then. It seemed as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could not yet yield the self-same result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you have gone Inquisitor Gulaim. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts. That's a question of what steps might be taken to prevent similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we have conducted elusive and exhaustive evaluation of everyone in Whiterun Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we only find one possible heretic. In this man's has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause. He will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and Crystal Braves. And upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The band's watch is to end soon, which point he must report to Sir John Tremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he ever meet with a heretic, do not interfere. Watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing of our plans. Okay. Now where do we have to go to meet our little friend? Ah, okay. Just on the outskirts of Whiterun Front. Cool. Wyvern Spear. Oh, I need a weapon like that. Excuse me, boys! Pardon me, just making my way. How is it down here? How do we get out? Am I in the wrong place? No? I could have sworn there's another exit out of here. Maybe I'm mistaken. I guess not. Then maybe they renovated the place. I don't know. Let's go out the front then. Or let's go to the highest point and just do a superhero landing. Yeah. Okay, so he's over there, right? Yeet! Ah, first try. There you are. And he's off. Target spotted. Moving in to intercept. The suspected heretic leads through the southwest gate. We're on the hunt then. The knight then goes east. off that way, so he heads south, so west. Well, this is not concerning. There is an ominous pathway. Okay. Hey, hey! Where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here! I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I've got duties to fulfill, you know? You're so duteous to the... bloody echo. Lower your voice. They'll hear us and might be in front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are... in Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We already knew about it. Our comrades in Boulder Down will use the tunnels. They'll be dead before we know what's happening. Nevertheless, if you waste our time again, make that... Don't waste your time again. Make that clear? Frick, come on, Felix. We gotta go hide. They're using tunnels to go around. Okay. I suppose that explains our mystery as to how they keep themselves so far, so easily hidden. Right. Dismount. There we are. Well, did you investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have to maintain at once. His guilt is plain. Would you have heard their words more clearly? Yes, a few sentences you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It seems the heretics of their operation and confronted they can thwart it. The comrades in Boulder Downs are key to our plans, which means if these are key to our plans, maybe we out and put to the sword. You know what? I like the way you think. Did you actually get that? Not that, not that. Oh, bacon bread. Soft dough mixed with 6 sliced bacon. Cool. And shark fin soup. You know what? As an Asian, I for one am all for that. Right. System of safety. Okay. We have long suspected the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you've heard, I fear the Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways. And the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House during their nights are patrolling the area, and I shall order them to bring searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemies' numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that it will be sufficient. You would put my mind to the test at ease if you consent to assist my knights in the search. I know it would take courage from the pen of a storied warrior. Rendezvous at Boulder Downs. If Alonia is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Felix. The lives of our allies are at stake. Alright. Rendezvous with the knights. Okay. Let's go. Well, so much for those knights being helped. They're all dead. Well, rest in peace, my dudes. My knights haven't sent no word of your coming, Felix. What happened? What's that in your hand? Virtual parchment. By the Fury, those are veterans of years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No, no. You have not them in despair. Not now. Not while Isar prepares to summon an abomination. The Heretics dispatch were not sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of Temple Knights and Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they're on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the trader you followed managed to pass the Heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches of the outpost in Snowcloak. The trader was stationed there long before you aroused our suspicions. With that, had we caught him sooner. With this information, the Heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the Heretics may already be in position. House Ruindale must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil, because we no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Dang it. Time is of the essence, Felix. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will reveal them not. They are cut down ere their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may be still time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Aymeric everything we have discovered. Will do! Come on, Quay. To Snowcloak. Come on, alright, fly up, fly up, fly up. Good burb. Find the opening. There we go. Snowcloak, buddy. Onwards. Felix, this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps the only one that is far. As you can see, we have yet to cover any hidden. Sir, you're walking into a trap. You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspect the heretics might be joining upon such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Has Commander Leveler been informed? The Braves must be made aware. No, they haven't. But you know what? He's right here. Let's give him word. Let's tell him then. It must be here. I'm certain of it. Why would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity the discovery comes when our enemy has at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain better than we. I have not think how many are watching us at this moment. Confound it, this is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins, and we should rightly be straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is! Hi, Ida! That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Ida. There will be others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Leveilleux. There has been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrance to some half-dozen tunnels, after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that's not all, sir. We think one of them may be important. Certainly, the heretics near fund themselves upon our source to defend it. Aha! Just as I suspected. Amongst this whirl of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Some of the others were going in. Just a moment, Alphino. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say with certainty where it leads, much less what's waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still on the surface. What if they have to converge at this point after we enter this tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as I say, greater numbers would be more than a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Ahem. Change of plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Aymeric and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever that tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You are venturing into the unknown, just so that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, and not so too many or probably will sulk. Oh? What is this? The entrance to the tunnel, sir. It's just over there. Have you not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would have never have noticed it. Per Sir Americ's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even if you encounter resistance, we cannot leave our post. Oh, my friends. Oh, you poor knight. I appreciate the concern, but it's not me who should be worried. You should be worried for. It's the poor Javanian lads who I am going to go lay waste to. Right then. Use the duty fire to enter Snowcloak. I shall do with pleasure. Alright, get ready, you Javanian goons. I've got a dragoon here, and my spear's got your name on it. Enjoy your dungeon. Oh, I shall. I'll probably keep muted because these level 50 dungeons are gonna get harder and harder, so I probably will be concentrating for this. Very, very hard. Okay, that's an... Is that an aetheryte I'm seeing? Oh. That's an aetheryte. Hello? Whoa, whoa, okay. Hi, Fenrir. Yeah, no, that's an aetheryte I see at the very way back. Okay. Yup, it's primal time. Yup, that's primal. Fenrir, huh? Well, I mean... maybe it's like his owner. Well, I mean, if there's Odin in this game, I guess. Oh yeah, there is Odin in this game. Hopefully there's no Loki. That's Snow Cloak done. Okay. Okay, I get the necklace. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's an aetheryte. Alright. Now what?
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello!
Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
Hold on a minute. Ma'am, step away from the aetheryte. Step away from the aetheryte. Elsa, 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 listen to me. You do not touch the aetheryte. Do not touch the... Oh. Oh. Alright, now I'm downright confused. That took longer than expected. What news, Felix? It's complicated. So Iceheart is but a pseudonym. Not that it matters. That you managed to escape is regrettable, but from the description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now you've cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Maybe they'll find a route to the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves will certainly share the credit for it too. 12 be praised, Felix. We may yet turn the situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Minfilia and Urianger have been busy pursuing the archives of House Fortemps, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you're intending to return to the camp Dragon to report today's events, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Slab's desk. Hello, ma'am. I know, I'm just as confused as you are. Why is the... Oh, hi. Okay. I'm not a simp, but Minfilia looks way, way, way better in this winter cloak. Hello, Spay and Pray. Good to see you. Hi, we're doing Final Fantasy patch... Hey! 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 Spray? No. No, 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 no. You know what? I rescind my warm welcome. Get at it. No. No. Okay. Yeah, we're doing the Final Fantasy patch notes. So, whatever you do, Spray and Pray, don't get this out. Don't give this. Don't let Jeannie see this, okay? Because, this is way after she's beaten Leviathan. But yes. We are doing patch notes, and we're currently facing down a primal called Shiva. Sorry, continue. Antecedent. You come to us straight from the archives of House Fortemps. I trust your time there has proven fruitful. What that it had. Urian J and I scoured countless texts, but we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing on one point. She laid down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins according to Ishgardian faith. In the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. I know! Suffice to say, I very much doubt it will find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortemps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, so in this case, one wonders if it was circumstance or design. You said Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Yeah, she said she was working for Hydaelyn. Viewed without prejudice, most agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. Nothing wrong with it. Don't worry about it. Love finds a way. Ah, yes. Yes, love always finds a way. I think Sir Aymeric might take issue with her methods. Yeah, I think so too. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Aymeric. At least you understand. I do not deny our enemy has given us liberty to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, I expected certain simple-mindedness. After all, it was not by the will of Haloni that your ancestors came to this land. Why they took up arms against Ravanians? What would he have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as ye will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I will not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and scripture only tells us so much. Would that it told us more. Alright, I like this Aymeric fellow. I like him already. I like this man. He's wise. He's generally a really good character. And he looks cool as well. Now, if only I were to ask if I could borrow his armor. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. Oh, come on, Alphino! Mine must do diss him like that. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Maybe he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed? Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman, of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mogul Mog XII, the myth may manifest in response to the fervent supplication of the Mogul's guard. Exactly, Minfilia. This is my theory. Anyone can become a primal. Ramu himself may be actually a human being. Did you not couch into the fact that he had an actual personality? Not a raving beast of destruction. No? Am I the only one? Okay. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They're a tribe of outcasts at war of a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that's not placing one's faith in higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia, they both have in abundance. Can that truly be all that's required? I think so. Minfilia, it makes sense. Okay. My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetherite Iceheart used to escape. They believe she teleported to another Aetherite somewhere not too far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to direct its presence entirely. Unless this Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let's not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlene may be able to assist us. I pray that you're alright. I do not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While I'm in Philly looking into an Aetherite problem, I'd like to request myself your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force attackers. However, the search goes poorly, despite our numbers. Kothis is vast, and Iceheart's followers know this terrain better than you do. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the progress. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Although it's a selfish request, I feel my braves would beneficially immediately work from working aside you. While we have our share of veterans, you also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look to, in case you're not aware. Getting angry, huh? I'm not getting angry, spray and pray. I'm just getting okay, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed in the fact that out of all the instances with the primal threats, Minfilia, and by and large I guess Orion J as well, has not keyed this in about how easily they can keep summoning primals. That's all I have to say. Good, I knew you would understand. Yu Yu Haze can appraise you of the details. When the task is complete, find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. Temple Knight shall hold Snorkel in our absence. Let's leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Okay. Right. Hello, Yu Yu Haze. There you are, Velix. Commander Levelier introduced me to wait for you. Instructed me to wait for you. Your parents are most welcome, believe me. Most the third hair from Ulda, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the grunting look can be rather disconcerting. But the matter is at hand. Nearly along a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we for have been spotted making for Danafin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking in the hunt. Never listen, I do not earn my coin. Okay, make for Danafin Pass. So if I remember correctly, according to my little offhand notes on my phone, Danafin Pass is we just have to sail over. Yes, I keep a small note of my theories on my phone. Sue me. That's balls! My ankle's on fire! Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted as I fell. Yours went on ahead through Donovan Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. You're going to go look for tracks. The snow is fresh. They shouldn't be hard to find. Right. Let's go south of Donovan Pass, so that way. Eh? Oh, we can just fly. Never mind. Target spotted. Let's go. Aha! Alright, right here with you. Have fun with the story. I'm Shiva. Oh, I will. Coco, thank you so much for joining, though, in what spare time you have. The tracks lead southeast. Although I have 15 minutes left, so I'm not sure how long I have before the stream ends, but we'll see how far we can get with Shiva as a whole first. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics, I'm not sure. That was a great skilled beast and do you Hase, I think went east on his own. Heretics split up, and so we did. Oh dang it, not the Lalafels. Why is it always the Lalafels? We're getting into trouble. Alright, let's go give him a hand. Hey buddy, are you okay? Okay, never mind. Okay. Lads, use E3 or the hard way, but if you want to do the hard way, I will be your gift. Alright, we're done here. Anyone else? Nope. Okay. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks, I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of use. And lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdrawn in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and not be left for dead. It speaks for itself. Does not? They can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict your search to surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness of observatorium. I need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Oh, come on. Alright, yeah, you're right. You, Hase, you should probably rest. You have been injured. Let's go back to the observatorium. Let's go meet up with Sir Alberic. Past Dragon Head. There we are. Oh, Excuse me, sir. Have you come on to talk about us, about some nice heresy? I'm through listening to excuses. We have to leave now. Now? How? The woods are crawling with those blue coats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Hey, buddy! Wait, stay with him. Well, stay with him then if you think you'll fare any better. Hey! Now, there's no need for that. No, I don't need. Surprise! There are places like this in my homeland. Sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Oh, hello, Yugiri! Yet your land ever thirsts for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I've done nothing wrong! None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will, we will have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all! Thank you, Yugiri. Thank you, Ilbert. Nice meeting you here, Felix. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither? What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Guardian spy may be providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we never discovered the connection. Shinobi? Oh, Yugiri! Oh my goodness, you are a ninja! Alright, shinobi it is. Master Alphino, this is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little in your search for this spy. We long to strike against the Empire and weaken their influence in the land to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills, skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I will accompany you till the investigation is complete. That is the most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one which I will gladly accept. Thank you. Going to disappear for a time, though the I shall not be far, and I shall always be watching. A comforting thought. Come, Felix. Let's wait inside for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. Oh, so Yugiri is a shinobi. I did not expect the Naruto theme to start playing. Alright, let's go. Speak with Alphino. Can I actually go over it? There we go. In the back gate. Hello, Alberic. Good to see you. I see you're still training some new dragoons. Good. Captain Ilbert seemed confident the merchant's resolve would truly come with request. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether or not it will bring us any closer to his identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Very true. Let's see what we find. Captain Ilbert, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say the man can tell us not of what we already did not know of Shiva. We have since headed him over to the Asgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See pursued the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You'll recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trail a trace of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. The trail came at an abrupt end. Fearing the investigation had been compromised, we took necessary steps of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There are 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he could share with benefactors, thereby ensuring their needs could go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to details of all shipments bound for settlement. Needless to say, they included these originating from House Fortemps. Ah, he knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. none other. With little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and obeying the heretics. Well, that's one mystery solved at last, but what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prying off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available to higher-ranking members of the Immortal Flames? If you consider that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field suspect is greatly narrowed. You mean to say the agent is among Robon's innermost circle? Someone who has been him since the Immortal Flames establishment? Oh, that's not good. Wait, well, okay. Robon's inner circle. I want to say the Syndicate, but the Syndicate does not seem like Robon's inner circle. So I don't know what's going on then. This is the most plausible explanation. Infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with its groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To step into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the three companies, Old Dodge was the most vulnerable to infiltration. That's true, the city is pretty much a mess. Both Lumens and Gridania have long-standing armed forces that lend themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it's the same people, loyal ones, mind, under the same authority. Only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Uldar's military was made up of disparate orders, most of which are glorified mercenary companies that answer only to their own payments. It's hardly an ideal environment to which to establish something as hard McGranded as a grand company. The difficulties Robon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are known. Even after he had convinced his fellow Syndicate members to share the cost, there remained the small matter of filling the bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of founding, it would have been a child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, The Immortal Flames have ever been caught of conflicting interests, the public and the private. The Demonterists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, so it was not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Neil Van Damme's ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure they would never have risked supplying Robot with an army. It's but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moments of danger had passed. Returning to the present. Well, even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing high-ranking flames, any of which could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees are eager to lend us their aid. I may expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in expecting crystal shipments. If you notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. Shiva is summoned in this manner like the other tribals and heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Amaric, informing him of our success in identifying the heretic abettors. Hopefully, the information will be of some use to the Asgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. They have been developing the Garlemald, it would seem. As Commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Felix. As a Rome's stoutest champion, it is only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent. That's super. Oh. An Eorzean congregation, I see. Where are we going? Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude a visit with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, we shall remain beyond our reach. In feeling the Archons are spared no effort to secure an alternate route. Unless such time is succeeded, I suggest we give some thought to Realm's other problems. I will go ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me in Nopika's stand, and we will make our way to the Lotus stand together. Ooh! We're not going to Ulda. We're going to Gridania. Alright, Felix. Let's teleport there, and please, for the love of the 12, do not faint upon seeing the Elder Seeds here, okay? Your chances with her are going steep, are getting lower and lower as I speak. Right. Let's go. Conjurer's Guild. Let me make for Nofika's altar. Nice and simple. My thanks for coming, Felix. When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the lotus stand. That will be you. The Alliance leaders await you at the lotus stand. You'll be joining them now. Absolutely.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader, not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Hang on, I don't see a Flames officer with Raban. Did he come alone? No, he didn't. He came with the, Okay. Maybe I missed something. It would not have escaped unnoticed that the nation of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protests to the contrary. Painting the threat of a resurgent Garmal is not enough to stir them. And the reasons for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but that unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Lamentians, for instance. Though Admiral Merrowrib outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven of grog-swelling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gardanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldan scorn as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such settlements are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Taliji Adaleji, for example, but that's beside the point. The fact is, people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue the conflict at Cartanu is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare and curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let's speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the Observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his suspects. And by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely came to Gridania. The hunt uses N, Felix. Seek out Ilbert at the Adder's Nest. He'll give you the details. Should there be any development in Kurthess, you may be sure I will send word without delay. In the meantime, wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Huh. Okay. So that means the Ivy. Okay. The Ivy is from Ul'dah. And that means that the Ivy would have had to come forward with General Ralban to the summit. Which means that either the Ivy is a part of Ralban's retinue, or they were even present, or even eavesdropping. My thanks for coming, Zion. Doubtless the commander has informed you that we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, proceed to extreme caution. I hope so too, buddy. I hope so too. Right, let's chase this Ivy. Listen well. The spy we have been seeking is none other than the Flame Marshal Eileen Royale, Ralban's second in command. Wait. Where's the name? No. Eileen Royale, second in command. My memory serves me. If my memory is correct, she was the one who, when we first went to Ul'dah and met with General Ralban, there was an Elezen with black and yellow gear with eyes. Yes, I remember. I called her the Elven Nerd. Yes, so that's her. Yes, yeah, that's her. Prior to joining the Affirmative Flame, she was a mercenary at the small renown. To say her skill with a pole-on had much to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General herself, of course. She is a former Ishgardian dragoon? When he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth, whether they held or was no interest. Monetarists saw things differently. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. It was no secret. They did not favor foreigners, Ishgardian especially, after the Holy See forced up the alliance. Yet monitarists did not raise much in the murmur of protest when Royale was going to repose. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be the IV has some hold over the monitarists? Do you think maybe the monitarists have hired Royale? Okay. Felix, put away the lance. But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest is us, to us the Royale's presence here now. As you may be aware, it's the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the immortal flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Alliance of Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless, with some pretense. She's up to something, mark my words. I have a dozen men trawling the Flames' records for evidence of Rael's guilt, but if we catch her red-handed, we'll have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks. Every point of egress, she cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until we bait her to purpose. Can I rely on your eyes, Scion? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You have my thanks. Let's go then. Take care not to live in quarry. You know what? Yes, it's not alert our quarry. In fact, let me, if you're going to be taking a quarry, I propose we get something more inconspicuous, like a fisherman. See, look at us. Look at us, we're just a humble fishing man. No one's gonna suspect us, right? Okay, so Royale. That's our target. Oh, we can't do that, huh? Oh, never mind. Actually, not. Still not possible? Oh. Required class. Alright. Guess we're just going and try to be stealthy then. Royale is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate with me, Scion. Almost. Alright. Well, guess we have to be as inconspicuous as possible. Right, Blue Badger Gate. Let's go. Let's go catch our imposter. Oh. So, we'll enter the calling canopy, meeting someone perhaps, or could be meeting aboard an airship. Look for within. If you're on the upper floor, try landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. FFXIV is her name. I have to remain here in case Royale appears. You got it, boss. Okay. Let's go catch our little elven nerd. Spy. FFXIV? Did you find anything? We looked at Let's unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? Oh, a social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. Every passenger, no resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Okay. So she's not there. Bad news, buddy. Bad news, sir. Nowhere to be seen, you say? Are you sure she's aboard an airship? She can never come back out either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? The Roost! How can I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might introduce some new tonic? A cup a day and do as a man with great vigor at a meeting. Perhaps another time, friend. Hold on, wait, that necklace. You're a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was a tired merchant, but those eyes are not so easily deceived. you wish to take your search to East Shroud, rest assured, we will continue to support you from the shadows. Shinobi Gang! Thanks, Yugiri! Like the 12 endowments, were not for your unique talents, Royale would disappear without a trace. You know what? I'm liking Yugiri and the Shinobi even more. You guys clearly know your stuff, right? Let's finish catching the Ivy, and I think then we'll end it off for today. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Zion. We follow Rose's example, take the ferry from Restro Pier. We doubtless wish to make preparations. See to them while I go ahead. I'll wait for a Sweet Bloom Pier. Absolutely, not a problem. Let's see. Alright, Felix, let's just first, eat up. Can't not leave without an empty stomach. And right, let's make for the West Shore Pier. So to do that, we will need to warp to the Lancers Guild, and then get to, Sweet Bloom Pier from there. So, we have to go there, yes. Hello! Marik. Alright. Let's follow things out from there. I'm not gonna ask where you got the dinosaur from. This way, my friends. This way. Hey! Hello, Yugiri! Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Rael is truly the one we seek, we expect him to make with the Garlean Master there. An explanation is in order. You're no doubt aware the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our genius and friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications that we have installed around the city-state. Doing so would make it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Royale would thus have no choice but to rendezvous for Imperial contact directly. Yet, as a well-known face in mortal frame, she cannot move without Thanalan or be recognized. It would only be a matter of time before she summons Saul through her disguise. It's for this reason, I believe, she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. This place is home to many of your kind, and the arrival of one more Elezen is not likely to turn many heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the device and render such contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. Only for Hawthorne's Hut, catch Royale in the act. No problem. Make to the Hawthorne Hut. Right, let's warp there then. East Shroud. Right, let's go find. So close to Little Solus as well. Okay. Hey, there you are. My people report that our quarry has been deposited for the Bramble Patch. The Ivy returns to the Gnarls when she came, but perhaps it's all for the better. To convict someone of his standard, we will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she messes me to her Garlean masters? My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Alright. Bramble Patch it is. How far away is that? Oh, not too far. Alright, Felix. Nice and steady. Let's go catch our spy. Alright, Yugiri, what did you find? Oh. Just beyond. Rehousing conversation with an individual clad like an adventurer. Imperial intermediary, no doubt. That is it. With me. Flame Marshal Eileen Royale, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, you bloody fool! Damnation. Hey, buddy! Oh! Surprise, Shinobi! So, anything to say for yourself, Royale? You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely guard for battle. But if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What's the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelves Wood? When I last looked, there was no crime, and neither for conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there'll be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly or I will make you wish you had. Come on, Royale. The jig's up. Come on. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright. IV secured. Even a warrior of Royale's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but unaware that her position is untenable. If the ivy dust uprooted, it's to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Maybe then the people ruled out of the grand company they deserve, but let's look at the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Felix? So I saw us take away to Icehawk Santa. I dare tell you to return to Rising Stones then. Do not let me keep you. My countrymen and I will attend to the aftermath. Do not waste our talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of Shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe. So please, give it some thought. Until next time, my friend. Ooh, Yugiri. If you're offering to help me be a ninja, I will not oppose to that. But, we have that another day. Let's go back to Evidence Hall and report to Minfilia the good news. We have our spy. Welcome back, Felix. I understand Alphino has a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Eileen Royale. I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some kind of misunderstanding? No. It avails not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust for the authorities to uncover it. Let's speak about another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Ooh, so you have, and we, for one, shall discuss that in the next episode. In the next stream, for instance. This has been great. So, we have a new enemy to face. Iceheart and Shiva, by and large. A primal, no doubt. Oh, with another trial ahead of us. This has been good. Effects are still coming to fruition. We've uprooted the Ivy, our impostor, and we're gonna face Shiva. We will do all of this with regards tomorrow, as Tuesday, 12 p.m. PST to 12 a.m. PST. Sorry, 12 p.m. PST to 2 p.m. PST. We will continue this, and we'll go all the way Tuesday and Wednesday as well. That will be all for today. This has been a good 2 hours. It is good to be back. But for now, I will leave all of you, and I will go have a good. I'll go treat myself to some good lunch. Well, technically, a good dinner. But yes, thank you Spray and Pray for coming. Thank you Coco for lurking in the shadows and cheering me on. It's been a very good stream. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. You guys have been amazing. And I will see all of you in the next episode. So, until then, this is Just an Assassin, signing off for now. Have a good night, everybody. And I'll see you again.